Good morning. It's Thursday, June 6th. I'm Jasmine Anderson. First to Newsday, new charges today for the suspected Gilgo Beach serial killer. Sources tell Newsday Rex Heuermann of Massapequa Park has been indicted in the deaths of 2 more women. We're told he'll be in court in Riverhead for the killing of Jessica Taylor and Sandra Costella. Both disappeared decades ago. Taylor's remains were found in Manorville, Costella's in North Sea. They represent the first alleged victims tied to Heuermann, whose remains were discovered somewhere other than Ocean Parkway. The new charges come after a recent search of Heuermann's home and weeks after investigators searched the woods in Manorville. He's already been charged for the killings of 4 women whose remains were found along Gilgo Beach. We'll have continued team coverage from the courthouse, and you can read the latest on the Gilgo killings investigation on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Only in Newsday, a judge has tossed the guilty verdict of a Hempstead dog killing case. Peter Galantino of Hempstead was originally facing up to 2 years in jail in the killing of a 9-year-old Yorkie during a disagreement with the dog's owner. However, the judge now agrees with Galantino, saying the kick does not meet the legal definition of aggravated animal cruelty. Galantino still faces sentencing on a misdemeanor charge. Today marks the 80th anniversary of D-Day. President Joe Biden is joining other world leaders in France today to commemorate the Normandy landings. The Allied forces' surprise attack helped liberate Europe from Nazi Germany during World War II. Over 133,000 troops, including many Long Islanders, landed on the beaches of Normandy on D-Day, with over 10,000 losing their lives. 103-year-old Dominic Critelli of Floral Park was there. We caught up with him as he prepared to travel to France to be knighted in celebration of today's anniversary.
I think about the people that I left behind. You see, I'm not a hero. They are. They're still there.
Read more about Dominic Critelli on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. And if you are a Newsday Home subscriber, you will receive this with your paper Sunday. Newsday's Extra contains the original news of the Normandy invasion, including a center spread full of photos. You can still opt into our Classic Edition series. To get it, you can find a link on Newsday.com. A Newsday investigation now. Fatal stakes. Horses are dying at Belmont Park at rates greater than the national average. Jamie Stewart has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
But there are people who would make you believe that the racetrack is a killing ground. And I object to that.
Now, Cadence here on the inside. Freddie Moe. Going down there. Mashney girl and seating jockey.
You're having more deaths than everybody else, and everyone is hearing about the deaths occurring on your racetrack. So you've got a problem to fix.
We care about these horses, and we don't want them to die. So seeing those kind of injuries are very traumatic for us.
The Belmont Stakes, one of the crown jewels of horse racing. But in 2023, 2 horses suffered catastrophic injuries that weekend on the Belmont track. One right after the stakes and one the very next day. Sarah Hinchliff was there.
It is difficult when we're out there dealing with that type of injury, particularly with horses that we know well.
A Newsday investigation into horse deaths at Belmont found Belmont's death rate has risen in recent years, from a low of 0.7 in 2015 to 2.1 last year, a higher rate than other racetracks, despite more than a decade of state and racing officials' efforts to reduce horse racing deaths.
Equine fatalities, it's a rare event. Now, it's a horrific event, and that's why it's so horrible, but it's a rare event.
Anytime you get into racing, if it's car racing, they crash. Dirt bikes, they crash. Boats, they crash. Horses, it isn't that we want them to crash, but we're racing, and there's going to be incidents.
Every horse competing at Belmont is required to undergo an extensive pre-race veterinary examination. In addition to that, vets look at all the horse's previous medical records, past performances, and workouts.
We're looking for any kind of heat, swelling, pain on reaction to flexion or palpation.
Hinchliff says vets at Belmont are doing more pre-race inspections and research to detect injuries to horses than ever before. But when asked why the fatality rate at the track is up,
Why do you think that is? And do you have an answer for that?
I don't honestly have an answer. I think we saw a cluster last year that no one has an answer for.
but Dr. Craig Kulikowski says he does. In 2019, Kulikowski testified before the Senate on the treatment of racehorses and says, simply put, these horses are pushed into the sport when their bones have not fully developed.
The majority of breeders, owners, and trainers wash their hands of these horses' care the minute they are not financially viable.
The horse is dying is a tragedy, but spending 20 years, 25 years of your life dealing with degenerative joint disease that you got as a 3 and a 4-year-old is incredibly unfair.
One aspect of horse racing which remains controversial is the use of painkillers. NYRA and HISA, the new federal agency that oversees horse racing, are working to limit painkiller usage.
That's the biggest concern when I look at pain meds. If they can't feel the pain, they're not going to protect themselves.
And NYRA officials say protecting racehorses will continue to be a priority. In response to Newsday's findings, NYRA says continuously improving equine safety is an organizational imperative at NYRA that motivates all aspects of the operation and informs every decision around the training and racing infrastructure at the new Belmont Park. NYRA is constructing a new Belmont Park that will set the gold standard for equine health and safety. So where do we go from here? A potential answer, according to Hinchliff, is to mimic the National Football League and use sensors to detect an issue before it becomes a deadly one.
If we could get sensors that, can indicate a minor change in gait or a slight decrease in stride length, we can actually increase the lifespan of their racing career.
For Newsday TV, I'm Jamie Stewart.
Jamie, thank you. Read more about this investigation on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Here's what's up on Long Island. The International Cricket Council Men's T20 World Cup is on Long Island. Matches run through June 12th at the Nassau County International Cricket Stadium in East Meadow. Or head out to the Lightkeepers Behind the Scenes tour. Take a tour with a present-day lighthouse keeper as he makes his rounds from bottom to top of the historic Fire Island Lighthouse at Robert Moses. It's on Saturday.
Music is a bridge.
Listen to the Long Island Gay Men's Choir. The Jukebox Saturday Night Pride concerts feature the music of the Beatles, Billy Joel, ABBA, and much more. It's Friday nights in Garden City, in Stony Brook on Saturday, and in Huntington on Sunday. For mission info and more events, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box on our homepage. Checking out your hyper-local forecast, a stormy Thursday, so grab your umbrella. You're going to need it. Taking you outside to look at Main Street and Southampton. You can see the wet roads there, light rain right now, but we have seen heavier downpours across the island this morning, so please be careful on the roads. Here's your day planner. Possible scattered thunderstorms today, highs in the mid to upper 70s. And we are tracking this wet weather for you. Look at your futurecast. We will actually get a break from the rain by 9 o'clock this morning, but we'll start to see scattered showers throughout the day. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Fire Island Ferries.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon.